Grilling season is upon us, or if you're like me, grilling season never actually left. But now that the weather's getting warmer and sunnier, the frequency of grilling is what's increasing. Hey guys, I'm Phaedra from All Things Phaedra, and if you've never been here before, I do tend to cover a lot of different things that I happen to like, and grilling is one of those things. So I have covered different grills in the past, but I haven't introduced you to my latest, which is the Weber Genesis 2. Now, it may not look like the latest. We've had it probably for about 2 years, and I would say it is overdue for a deep cleaning. So if you don't believe me, come up close and take a look at both the inside and the outside. This is our Weber Genesis 2 that we bought from Costco. And let me tell you, I love this grill, but we are not grill cover people. And as you can see, we not only have splatters of something, this is likely my husband right here, but it is pollen season. So we've got all kinds of pollen all over this. Now this is stainless steel, so it doesn't require a cover, but it can actually stain. And it can actually rust. You see, it's just messy from random cooking. I generally try to wipe up after I'm done cooking, but that's not always consistent in the family. You can see we've got some mess here, the pollen, and a little bit of staining over here, and the burner inside that we don't use too much. Now, inside could also use a little work too. So if we take a look, it's not too bad. You can see that it's gotten a little bit burned, and again, I'm going to blame this 100% on my husband. We have some food particles here, but if we're deep cleaning the grill, we're going to go way deeper than this. We're going to go down inside, and I'm going to show you how to take care of all of this stuff. So I've got a couple things. First of all, I've got two solutions. This is the Grate grill cleaner for cleaning the interior of the grill. This is the exterior grill cleaner, and as the name might suggest, we're going to use it for the exterior of the grill. So I bought a wire brush, the heavy-duty Grate grill scrubber, a replacement drip pan for underneath. Hopefully you know there's a drip pan down there. Spoiler alert, I bought the wrong size, so I will not actually be replacing that today, but I'll show you where you can do that. And then finally, the supplies. I've got some paper towels. I've got some new microfiber cloth that is great for the outside so you don't scratch it up. And pro tip, I'm gonna actually use some gloves so I don't get my hands all gnarly. So now that I'm gloved up, I'm gonna get started, and the first thing I'm gonna do is completely unacceptable, is I'm just gonna scrape some of the food off. Now, I prefer to do this when the grill is hot and the food is hot. And if you're not doing a deep cleaning, usually it'll burn off next time you use the grill. That's just a quick scrub to get the food particles off. Now we're going to use the Grate grill cleaner, and you want to make sure your grill is cool before you do this. So we're going to spray this on thoroughly. I'm just going to do one side first, and we're going to let that sit for about a minute, and then we're going to wipe it off. So now we're going to take this heavy-duty grill scrubber, and it actually comes with 3 different pieces. So we're just going to take one of the pads out. You're just going to sort of press it on to the handle here. We're going to give it a good scrub. We're going to wipe it with a damp paper towel. And still a lot of black going on over here, but over here you're going to start to see some of that silver popping back up again. This is the Grate that is the most used, and so it's still, we'll call it pretty well seasoned. But the others, I got a little bit of that stainless steel look back. This one on the end probably looks the best because that's where we mainly cook our vegetables. And I even hit this little grill up here. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take the grates out and we're going to dig down in. It is not getting any prettier. And that's what I brought this for right here. So these pieces right here that come off, they're called flavor blasters. And what we're going to do, you don't have to take them off for this, is we're just going to scrape the loose food particles off. Once you feel like you've gotten most of the food off, we're going to do the same thing where we're just going to spray this down, let it sit for a minute, and then we're going to wipe it off and not do a whole lot of scrubbing here. So for these, I can just give it a wipe, or if I'm feeling particularly aggressive, I can use the same grill scrubber and really give it a scrub. That actually works really well because this is a flat surface. Once you feel satisfied with that, you can take all of these off. I may actually take them inside to do some further cleaning. And here's where it gets really nasty. So what you want is a clean brush, and you want to just perpendicular to the burners, just kind of go along the edge, make sure there's nothing clogging. Don't go to the white edge here, that's where the igniter is. So we just want to make sure all of the holes are clean. For this last disgusting piece, you're going to see a lot of really gross stuff like that. And I'm using a plastic scraper that I have. You could use an old credit card. And we're really just scraping down anything gross and nasty that you see inside. Oh my God. That is pretty gross and nasty. Actually smells kind of good though. It smells like barbecue. Some of these are so far gone, I think I may take them inside to do a serious cleaning. But first I'm going to scrape everything off that I can out here in the grill because it's a big greasy mess. Can you see that? Is that satisfying at all? It's a little satisfying for me. Oh my God, oh my God. Ugh. What we're trying to do at this point is just get it all into this pan. And then we can remove the pan. Okay, that nasty pan that we've just dripped everything into actually slides right out, and we are going to dispose of all of this. And I've got my scraper here to help me. And we're getting rid of food particles, and we're just kind of degreasing the whole thing. Well, that's in much better shape, but I think I'm going to do a little bit better on that. And then the last thing I mentioned, the drip pan. I have one down in here. I did buy a wrong size replacement. I'm going to get one of those and replace that pan. But I'm going to pause here and see how much better I can do on those pieces, because I think they need a little bit of a deeper scrub. Get those clean, put it all back together, then we'll clean up the outside. And I'm doing all this because I can't wait to show you a new grill accessory that I got. Well, I'm going to be honest. I took all of these interior parts into the house and spent quite a long time scrubbing them. And through the magic of video editing, you don't have to see any of that. You just have to see the finished result. I took it inside and continued to use some of this Grate grill cleaner from Weber. I did continue to use this scrubby on a lot of the parts. And then at the very end, I used a little bit. This is one of my favorite multi-purpose products, Barkeeper's Friend, which is a friend to everyone. And I put links down below for all of these cleaning supplies. Now I'm going to show you what my parts look like now as I reassemble the grill. Okay, let's start with the drip pan that I pulled out from underneath. You may recall I thought it was both disgusting and oddly satisfying at the same time to scrape all the grease and grime, and I couldn't believe what was down in there. So once I got the bulk of the greasy mess off of it, I took it inside, ran it under really hot water, and then because this is like a ceramic coating, I didn't really want to scrub it, but with a little bit of soap and water, like you might wash a really dirty pan, I was able to get it looking pretty good. So we're going to slide that right back in. What a difference just that one simple change makes to the grill. Wait till we put it all back together. Next up were these grates that were in the very bottom of the grill, and they were not silver when I took them out. They were coated in food and grease, and you can tell this one is underneath the area where we typically do most of the cooking, which is mostly on the right side of the grill. They look much more sanitary now, and this one I'll probably move to a different part of the grill just so we can mix it up a bit. And if you don't remember how they go in like me, just keep moving them around until you get the pieces of the puzzle to fit. Next up are the flavor blasters, they're called, and these are the covers that go over top of the actual burner. So I'm going to place these back inside over top of those igniters. They don't look pretty, but they're functional. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to put the grill grates back on top. And it's kind of hard to believe that they were once stainless steel like this. This is the one that was the dirtiest. And I actually ended up scrubbing the front and the back. There's still some stuff on here that will burn off. But again, I'm not trying to get it back to its original state. So I'm going to just place the grates back on top. Look at that, it looks really pretty. Now you can see that the interior looks much better. You look down in, you can actually see the shiny pit down below, the drip pan down below, and it just doesn't look nearly as gross as it did. And we can see the stainless steel grates again. And now I can understand why they tell you that you should probably clean these after each grilling. Normally I'll scrape them down with a brush, but that you'll want to do a deep cleaning about twice a year so that you don't have the disaster that I did. Now, if we close this, we'll see that the grill still looks pretty gnarly. We've got some faded plastic, we've got some dirty stainless steel, and if we come over to this side, you'll see that we even have some mold and mildew here. So we're going to do our best now to clean up the outside so it looks just as good as the inside. Okay, this part should be a little bit easier. Our supplies are much more limited. We are going to use this Weber exterior grill cleaner, some paper towels, and some microfiber cloths, and that's it. The only other thing that you may use is this Grate grill cleaner. Even though it says it's for the grates, it's really just a degreaser. So if for some reason you have a lot of grease on the outside, go ahead and degrease it first. All right, we are gonna spray, and the instructions are simple: spray and wipe. No waiting required, as long as the grill is cool. And this first round, I'm just getting the dirt off. Typically you want to go in the direction of the stainless steel, but oh, we've got some gnarly stuff on here. Can you see? Yeah, it's gross. I have a couple of really stubborn areas right here, so I'm going to try the degreaser on this. Let that sit for 1 minute. Oh yeah, baby, that's like magic. Okay, wow. That is really terrific. That is fantastic. In fact, I might need to hit that a second time, but that did an excellent job. Actually, an excellent job all over. So I got it clean, but now it's very streaky, which is fine, because this is where we're going to go back and we are going to spray with the exterior grill cleaner again. Wipe it with the microfiber cloth in the direction of the stainless steel grain. And it's not a bad idea to have one cloth to wipe and one to polish. I don't know about you, but I found that really oddly satisfying. Feels great too. Can you see the difference yet? I don't know if you can, but I am super excited to make this grill that's really only 2 or 3 years old look brand new again. Well, here it is, my shiny, almost like new Weber Genesis 2 GS4 High Performance. I haven't even really talked about this grill because I'm assuming if you're here, you have this grill, you know this grill, you love this grill like me. So we've got a nice clean stainless steel work surface on one side. We've got the 4-burner grill with a searing station. And we have the lovely side burner on the side, which frankly, I didn't even know we used. And then of course in here, all the things that we love to cook. Typically over here, we're cooking vegetables, but we cook chicken, we cook fruit, we grill steaks, we grill hamburgers. Did I say hamburgers? Cheeseburgers, hot dogs, sausages. I love all that kind of stuff. We toast our bread on here. We do a little bit of everything, but there is even more that we can do with this Genesis grill. And if you subscribe right now, you'll be able to come back and see as I turn this into a full-size griddle. I'm not a griddler, but I'm gonna learn how, and I'm gonna show you all the things that you can cook on your Genesis grill with the griddler insert. So I hope you subscribe, I hope you come back, and more importantly, I hope you now have a nice clean grill to go forth in grilling season. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.